Hey, thanks for joining Soulfinger Fitness. It is I, the divine Lola Soulfinger. I'm coming at you today. I'm going to give it to you fast today. I don't have an actual workout for you today. What we're going to do is 2 flexibility tests. Before you start any workout, of course, first thing you should do is always see a physician. Make sure your body is in good medical condition before you start out any rigorous activity. Next thing you want to do once you get the clearance from your doctor is begin with your fitness test to see exactly where are you in your training. So let's find out today 2 fitness tests. We're going to do the first one is going to be a fitness test, flexibility test pretty much of the shoulders. We're going to get an idea of your range of motion with your shoulders. And when we say range of motion, what I'm talking about is how well your arm can move in a circle, like a clockwise, counterclockwise, forward and backwards as well. If you can't really get your arm to go in this perfect circle, don't worry about it, because with your flexibility training, you will get there. The second, we're going to also do a hamstring test today. See how flexible your hamstrings are. Where are your hamstrings? Can you see them? I don't know what your hamstrings are. These babies back there, those are your posterior thigh muscles, your hamstrings. And you need your hamstrings for running, walking, pretty much any type of exercise you're going to do, especially yoga. If you're training like yoga, in yoga like me, you're going to definitely need your hamstrings to be as flexible as they can. Okay, so once again, with anything, even with a flexibility test, you want to warm up first. So get you a little quick warm up, and let's begin this shoulder test, okay? How this looks is, what we're going to do is right arm goes up straight over your head, and let me just adjust the screen just a little bit here. All right. Right arm up over the head, and then it bends backwards. Left arm, same thing, except for it goes palms facing your back, left arm bend up. Now, what we are going to determine with this shoulder test is how far are your fingers from each other. Let us see where my fingers are, okay? And as you can see, my fingers are touching each other. Now, if you have done this and your fingers are not touching each other, do not feel discouraged, because I was recently reading an article in Fitness Magazine written by PhDs of exercise science as well as yoga instructors, and they all agree that if your fingers are about 3 inches apart, you're pretty good. You're pretty flexible. So if your hands are not quite touching, but if you can get them within 3 inches of each other, then don't feel bad. You're well on your way to being, a lot more of a flexible person. And the flexibility is very crucial when you're working out. That's the easiest way to hurt yourself when you're working out is to work out with muscles that are not warmed up and that are not, properly flexible for the, the complete the range of motion of the exercise that you're trying to complete. So you really want to, get your body nice and flexible. I always tell you that, so I'm going to show you today. One more time, the shoulder test. Okay? There we go. Now, one more thing about the shoulders. You can always grab any ruler, okay? Put it in your hand. Put your thumb around the 1-inch mark. Grab it 1-inch mark behind your back. And then grab with the opposite hand. And just try every day to see where your fingers go, where your thumb can go. Can you go to 6 inches? Can you go to 7, 8? Can you get them closer? Just measure it on your own time, and then you'll be able to chart your progress, okay? All right. So our next is going to be for the hamstrings. We're going to go down on the floor. And to complete our hamstring test today, what I'm going to use are 2 yoga blocks. You've seen these before. If you don't have yoga blocks, a couple of Stephen King novels will do, a dictionary. You know what I'm saying? All right? So I'm going to adjust the screen, and we're going to go down on the floor and see how flexible your hamstrings are, okay? And while I'm bringing it down here, I want to remind you guys that you can always contact me on Facebook at Soulfinger Fitness. You can always hit me up, Soulfinger, SOULFINGERR @gmail.com. And you can always follow me on Twitter. I'm Agent 00 Soul, okay? All right, so let's see, is that good enough? Let me get a little lower here, folks. Bear with me 1 second. All right. There we go. I'm going to step on over here. So what we're going to do now, lower ourselves to the ground. You've got your blocks placed firmly against a wall. Now you can do this 2 ways. You can do it with a ruler or without. I'm going to show you both. Without a ruler, pretty easy. What you do is sit flat on the ground. You want the soles of your feet to be pressing firmly against these blocks. And you just keep your back nice and straight. And then what you do is you're going to lean forward. You're going to hold that for 3 seconds to release. You're going to repeat that 2 more times. And the furthest you can reach out of those 3 tries is pretty much where you are in your flexibility. You can measure it by space, by body part. You know, you can have someone look and say, okay, put a little mark there. You got that far this time. You know, you can use the ruler based on inches. You got to 6, you got to 7, etc. Now, once again, I was checking out that article from the fitness magazine, you know, written by the Smart Guys. They state, again, they all agree that if you are performing this flexibility test and you can reach your ankles, you're pretty flexible, okay? So if you can only get here to your ankles, once again, do not be discouraged. You are on your way to doing such complicated yoga poses as the forward bend where you're pretty much folding yourself in half like a book, okay? So let's get an idea where I am with my flexibility. I'm going to go ahead and lean in. Now, I've been training for some time, so of course I can lean in and pretty much reach the wall. But, you know, like I said, if you can just get here to your ankles, then you are on your way, okay? You have to stay with Soulfinger Fitness. You check me out, and you stretch before your workout and after, and you'll be touching the wall here like me pretty soon, okay? So, today, we have looked at the shoulder test, you know, trying to figure out that range of motion. We also took a look at the hamstring test. If you have any other questions, I've got plenty of fitness tests. I've got the sit-up test. I've got the curl test. I've got the RPM test. So, you know, whatever you guys want to see, you just hit me up. I am Soulfinger Fitness on Facebook. Once again, Soulfinger, SOULFINGERR @gmail.com. Follow me on Twitter, AJ00Soul, okay? So this is the divine, the lovely, the beautiful Lola Soulfinger saying, a positive you is a positive life, okay? Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.